Some guy called Samoa Joe makes his pay-per-view debut on this show. I'm sure he'll never amount to anything, will he? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. It's another episode of 10 years ago, and tonight, as you've probably already guessed by the title, we're going to be looking at Tna Slammiversary 2005. It is June the 19th, 2005, and we're live at the Impact Zone with the usual amount of people who haven't paid a penny to get in. TNA is 3 years old at this point, and tonight we celebrate. The company seems to think that 3 years old is a major milestone. The opening video package is pretty good. It ended with it's just this line that bothers me. It's a scary voiceover guy says, "Yesterday we were, today we have become." And I don't know what that means, and I think it sounds as corny as fuck, to be honest. We start off with some footage from the pre-show of Jeff Jarrett and Raven brawling. Jeff Jarrett attacked a fan who was giving him abuse and is being sent to jail. Rule number 1, don't touch the fans. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So Jeff Jarrett is out of tonight's main event, which is a King of the Mountain match, and is instead replaced by Raven. Why the fuck not? So our opening contest is Shark Boy defeating Amazing Red, Delirious, Elix Skipper, Jarrelle Clark, and Zach Gowen in an okay opener. I marked out for Delirious, and this is the return of Amazing Red. You can probably guess how this one goes. It's first pinfall submission or whatever. So there's a fair amount of flips. A springboard moonsault to the outside by Clark delivers the first TNA chant of the show. Followed a moment later by another one when Red hits infrared to the outside. There's even a Tower of Doom spot thrown in for good measure. After a million flips, Clark gets a seriously sick sit-out powerbomb for our third TNA chant of the match. Shark Boy gets the Diamond Dust though and gets the win at 6 minutes. Yes, 6 minutes and 25 seconds, which in my opinion is way too short. If I was booking it, I would have had this match fought under elimination rules, and I would have made it at least 10 minutes longer. But that's just me. Good for what it was though. I know I mock them all the time with the TNA chance, but the fans were into this for the whole thing, so that's all good. Had a frantic pace, zero storytelling, zero selling, but it was fun, so 2.5 stars. In the back, Abyss flexes a chain. I know what I mean by this. He's got a chain, and he sits going, "Brrr, brrr," holding his chain, rattling his chain, and then he smashes a mirror with the chain, and then the camera goes to pan away, and it makes you wonder if he sits and does this. Bear in mind that Abyss is in the main event. Does he sit and flex his chain and smash stuff all show? He just sits there half an hour after the camera's off him. He's still sat there going, "Brrr." Know what about? Cool. Or is it anytime someone walks, he just sits there chilling, reading a paper or something, and he just sits there, and as soon as he's coming by, he spots someone coming, he stands straight up and goes, "Still doing it, still, get myself in the zone, baby," or something. I don't know. Anyway, then Shane fucking Douglas is with Shocker, who looked an utter Burke in his WCW Rey Mysterio style dungarees, who we say. Shocker is great, and he tells us so. But then Shelley tells us how great he is, and how he has a counter for every single move that Shocker can do. Shocker responds in Spanish, which is good for him, I suppose. I mean, I've got a smattering of Spanish, having two brothers who live in Spain. I've had to learn some of the lingo, of course, but even Shane Douglas is like, "Can we have that in English, please? You're on an English pay-per-view." Anyway, Shocker defeating Alex Shelley in a good match. This is Alex Shelley's return from injury. We had some lovely mat work that was actually appreciated by this crowd. I like that. High-flying maneuvers both in the ring and to the outside. Hey, a suicide dive by Shocker draws another TNA chance. Fourth of the night. Lovely stuff at the end as Shelley makes good on his word and quite literally has a counter. And what he said on the promo before, he said, "I've got a counter for everything you can throw at me." So every single move that Shocker does, Shelley has got a counter for. But in a great little touch of storytelling, Shocker counters on a tornado DDT into a small package and gets the win at 10-13, beating Shelley at his own game. You may have a counter for everything I've got, but I've got counters for your stuff as well. I really, really like that. Shelley looks impressive here. He did pinfall attempts that look so good, so crisp, and so fluid. Not really impressed by Shocker so far, but he looked great here. Would like to see these two go again, and would like to see 5 minutes added, please, because I think that 10 minutes to 13 was a little bit too short. Now, on to the important things, because of course this is a celebration of TNA. The fans have been voting on TNA.com as they make a point to stress again and again and again. Like I said, that it's been on TNA.com of their favourite moments in TNA history. And we're going to get the top 5 moments tonight. Aren't we lucky? So, TNA moment number 5 is AJ Styles winning the NWA Championship back in 2003. Quite a significant moment, I think we'll agree. Then, Shane fucking Douglas is talking with the 3 Live crew. Conan and Truth are suspicious of BG James and whether he is working with Kip James. BG James says that he's still with the gang, and tonight his actions will speak louder than his words. Hooray. So then Ron Killings defeating Kip James in a rubbish match. There is absolutely nothing of note on this one from other than the botched finish as Truth gets a roll up, gets the win despite one of James' shoulders being off the mat, something that both the commentators point out for us. Ding! James hits a Cobra Clutch Slam on Killings after the 3. He gets a chair out, but here comes BG James to stop him. New Age Outlaws chant from the crowd, but BG can't bring himself to use the chair. Yay, Dutt. How's that sound? TNA moment number 4. Bear in mind this company's been going for 3 years and has put on quite a few good matches in this time. Is Raven's debut, which is nice. Okay. Then Douglas interviews Team Canada. Again, it's Bobby Roode who is the standout of the guys. The more shouts about the Naturals having an advisor. So I'm going to assume, because I don't know the storyline going into this one, that the Naturals have a new manager. And then they have a video package about the following contest, where the Naturals refer to he has been helping us out. He has been helping. So you're going to guess that someone's coming out. So very back and forth. I've missed the fucking line there, haven't I? Can we just rewind a little bit there? The Naturals, which is Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, for those who don't know, defeating Team Canada members Eric Young and P.T. Williams in a good match to retain the NWA Championships. Very back and forth in the early goes, but Team Canada take control and Stevens, complete with ref being distracted and D'Amore interfering and double teaming. It's all good. One problem, and that is this beatdown lasts for 10 minutes of a 13-minute match, so a 15-minute match, 10 minutes of which are Chase Stevens getting absolutely owned, even to the point where West says he would throw in the towel for Stevens if he could. Now, I'm no expert, but as he's not Chase's manager, no, he doesn't say if he could at all. No, he doesn't say that because that doesn't make sense. West says he would throw in the towel if he could find a towel. So I'm no expert, but he's not Chase's manager. So if he were to throw in the towel, the referee would just like, that's nice to the towel there. And get on with the match, surely, wouldn't he? What a daft thing to say. Douglas gets the hot tag that isn't half as hard as it should be after an extended beatdown. The Naturals are able to hit the natural disaster, but the pin is broken. A1 hits Douglas with a hockey stick, but then in some classic not paying attention to our own fucking products, yeah? The cameras managed to miss Jimmy Hart coming out, giving his megaphone to Stevens, who hits Petey with it while Petey was looking to hit the Destroyer on Douglas. That's what gets the pin and the win at 15 minutes and 22 seconds. If you're going to do a heat segment that lasts for 10 whole minutes, surely you have partner A getting beat down, right, and getting the hot tag to his partner getting a bit of offense in, and then him getting a beat down. Surely just one guy getting a beat down for that long meant I just lost interest. I like this sort of thing. You know me, the generic tag team formula is something that I like, but this it was too long. It was just too damn long. Damn. I've got to say that finish is a heel finish, isn't it? Having a manager give you a weapon and you using it on the bad guy still makes it a bad finish. Don't like that at all. Good match though. TNA moment number 3. I have a guess. Can you guess what it is? All the matches, all the things that have happened. It's Lockdown from 2 pay-per-views ago. The entire pay-per-view. The fact that there was a whole pay-per-view held inside a steel cage meant that TNA fans came along and went, oh yeah, that. It makes me wonder if these were things with multiple choice or you were able to just put in whatever you wanted as your number 1 moment, because it's just that. So you've got AJ Styles winning the title and Raven's debut and then an entire pay-per-view. And you start going, again, what about all the good matches that you've put? No, mind, fuck it. Oh, okay. So, next. Douglas is with a stone-looking Sean Waltman, who thinks he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, and is great at backstage politicking. which is nice. He's the wild card in tonight's main event, and he's going to be the next NWA champion, which is nice. Next, what we all came to see. Some bloke called Samoa Joe defeating Sonjay Dutt, and I put in a fun match. So, Joe making his debut here to generic rock number 7. But man, does Mike Tenay really put Samoa Joe over, even talking about his near 2-year reign as Ring of Honor World Champion. He really puts over this guy as something special. And you can imagine from the guy's debut that this is going to be a complete squash match, but Dutt gets just enough offense in to look credible. He hits a dive to the outside, he hits a 450 splash. Joe goes through the moves that we all now know are his signature moves, the slam out the corner, a perfect snap power slam. He hits the muscle buster, and then gets that clutch thing that he does and gets the win in 6:22. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting this to just be a complete and utter squash. I expected Joe to batter him, and that would be that. But like I say, Dutt in defeat still looked good. But he still went out of his way to make Joe look like a star, and that really mattered to me. You can't help thinking that's exactly why he was in this sort of match. He was trusted to make Joe look good. All good stuff. Raven cuts a long-winded promo about how he will win tonight's main event. You know it's true because he shouts at the end. I've got written on my notes. Bobby Roode defeating Lance Holm in a meh match. Hoyt is pretty over with these fans here. Well, he is when he makes his entrance, let's put it that way. When he's on the offense in the early goings, he's met with silence. Scott D'Amore, of course, is out with Bobby Roode and interferes 3 times in this 7-minute match. It's a shame because I was actually looking forward to this one, and Roode is a talented enough worker who doesn't need that manager to be able to beat down the big man. Nothing bad in the match though. Nothing stands out as special at all. It's a match that we'll be forgotten about this time next week. D'Amore grabs Lance Hoyt's legs as he signals for a big boot, and that allows Roode to hit a lariat to the back of the head to get the win at 7:24. 1 star, unfortunately. But wait, there's more. There's Scott D'Amore. Oh, I wish I'd written that on my notes. That just came into me then. D'Amore gets on the mic and runs down Hoyt, and it's beat down time for Hoyt. D'Amore takes his top off and goes for a fucking moonsault, believe it or not. It misses though, and now it's time for D'Amore to die. Big boot for Roode, and we get to see some more of D'Amore's ass, which I'm sure Peter Gilmore absolutely fucking loved, didn't you, mate? Chokeslam for D'Amore, followed by moonsault by Hoyt, and that is a legitimately impressive looking move because he's just so goddamn big. Hoyt leaves as Team Cardi come out, and D'Amore is stretchered out. Hooray! TNA moment number 2, check this one out, is Jeff Hardy debuting in June 2004. Again, some matches that you've done that were really good. No, it's just some bloke from the WWE making his debut. He's not here tonight, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Next, America's Most Wanted defeating B. James and Conan in a poor match. You know that my hero, Scott Keith, calls Conan Gonad, and I've never stolen that, and I don't know why. Hey! I'm busy! What is it, though? Have a guess. I'm going to go for an ambulance, because it always fucking is, isn't it? Oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? Hey, you can't just turn the sirens off like that while I'm trying to see what it is. Thank you. Oh my god, it's a fire engine. Wow. I was wrong and you were wrong and I was wrong. But if you guessed fire engine, well done. So there is dissension between these two teams. We all know that the 3 Live Crew aren't having the best of times, and America's Most Wanted have been arguing recently. So you got 2 teams with dissension. There we go. So there's dissension between the teams. Like I say, Harris goes to tag Storm, but Storm is looking the other way, so can't make the tag. Oh no. Later on in the match, they collided, but fuck that because Conan throws a shoe. Who throws a shoe? Kip James comes out and they're blanking out. This is we're crazy because they called it on the night. They must have been calling the Outlaw still. So every time they call him the Outlaw, it's blanked out, and it's just very strange because the guy fought earlier on the show. It's just weird. Anyway, he attacks Conan. This distraction means that America's Most Wanted can hit a heart attack on BG to get the win at 6:54. Crowd didn't care, neither did I. Oh wait, they then chant New Age Outlaws again. That's the only part of this they're interested in. Like, right, can we just get to that bit? Feels like a waste of America's Most Wanted, to be honest. And TNA's moment, number 1, the greatest moment in TNA history, and it is a good moment, thank fuck, is when Elix Skipper walked across the top of the cage and then did that Rana thing on the end. That was fucking incredible, it really was. Next. Our semi-main is Christopher Daniels defeating Chris Sabin and Matt Bentley in a good elimination match to retain the X Division Championship. So remember last month we had the Bentley Trinity versus Sabin and Tracy match. Well, those two men are still feuding, and somehow Chris Daniels has got involved in this one, so that's nice. As is always, it's clear the commentary has been re-recorded over this point because I'm sure it was meant to be Michael Shane, but it says Matt Bentley, and at the end they say Michael Shane and it's blanked out. So you're like, okay, that's interesting, because they do after the match they do a close-up on Tna and West, and West makes a point of saying Michael Shane, and it's blanked out. You can just tell by his lip movement. Anyway, fast-paced, smooth action from all three men. An interesting spot where Daniels has Sabin on the apron. He backdrops Bentley over the top, who lands on Sabin during our first TNA chanting fucking ages, isn't it? You'd think after the start of the show there'd be loads, but it just wasn't. Daniels follows with a split leg moon to the outside, and that gets nothing from the crowd. Not a murmur, not a TNA chant, not a pop, nothing. Saying that, the crowd are deathly quiet for long periods in this match. Remember that tornado DT that Sabin does so nicely? The one where he swings around and hits an enziguri as he goes round? Yeah, silence, nothing. Brainbuster, nothing. A massive tope by Sabin gets a murmur. That's weird. Tracy and Trinity get involved. The crowd ignore them as well, quite rightly. Sabin gets a cradle shock on Bentley to eliminate him, while Daniels hits a angel wings on Trinity. That gets no reaction from the crowd. Nothing. Why the fuck not, eh? Sabin versus Daniels is as good as you would expect from these two men. Some great spots like a sweet death fly driver by Daniels and a nice straight jacket German suplex by Sabin. Best moonsault ever gets 2 for Daniels. Sabin gets a sweet tornado DDT. Both moves get no reaction whatsoever from this crowd. Sabin wants another springboard, but Daniels crotches him on the ropes and hits Angel's wings. That gets the win for Daniels at 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Good match, good moves. No crowd. They were just not interested in this. They hit that once they got that first TNA chant out of the way, it was almost like they went, yeah, that's enough of that. Cheers, lads. Not interested at all. It's another one that you'll forget about it in a couple of months' time, a couple of weeks' time. It's like, remember that match? No, not really. I've got to say, it's like that. It's 3 stars. It's a good match. It's the crowd vibe is weird, very, very strange. And to be honest, I've got to be completely honest here. This wasn't as good as I was hoping it'd be. So our final match, our main event, is Raven defeating Monty Brown, Sean Waltman, Abyss, and champion AJ Styles in an interesting King of the Mountain match to become the NWA champion. A what match, Mark? I hear you cry. A King of the Mountain match. Call it a reverse ladder match, if you will. You have 5 guys, and you have to pin or make your opponent submit. When you do this, your opponent goes into the penalty box, which is on the outside and is locked, and you have to stay in there for 2 minutes. You can only attempt to win the match, yeah, if you have made an opponent pin, if you've pinned an opponent or made them submit. And basically what you do is you get the NWA Championship belt that Larry Zbyszko has got for some reason on the outside, and you hang it above the ring. It sounds quite simple when I put it like that, doesn't it? I hope anyway, yeah. So, yeah, there we go. Waltman starts off the top of the penalty box, diving onto Raven. Let's go through this one, shall we? Diving onto Raven. Oh, should we just say what happened? No, we'll go through it. We haven't gone through any of the matches, so we'll just do the main event. Diving onto Raven while Styles gets a run on Abyss. A pounce for Raven by Brown to pin him. Brown gets a ladder, but is kicked into his face by Waltman. Styles dives onto Abyss, Brown and Waltman on the outside. A breathtaking spot. No TNA chant, obviously. Raven is released from the box a good 20 seconds before he's meant to, and then you get this weird thing in the middle of the ring. So you've got Raven and you've got Borash saying, Raven will be released in 10 seconds and doing a 10-second countdown. But you're like, Borash. He's in the ring already. They've already let him out. You fucking idiot. Production mistakes like this on TNA pay-per-views are fucking jokes. They are so laughable. Would never, ever happen in the WWE. Ever. Ever. Right, check this out. Brown gets a powerbomb on Waltman and pins him, and then puts him in the box. The TNA director is more interested in showing Waltman being put into the penalty box than whatever it is that AJ Styles does in the ring that gets a really big pop. We don't see it because we're too busy focusing on Waltman getting locked inside a metal cage. Oh yeah. Pounce for Styles, Raven pins him so he and Brown can go for the belt, and it means that Waltman and Styles are in the box. Raven brings in a trash can and uses it on Abyss and Brown. Waltman out, more trash can shots. Hooray, I love trash can shots. But a black hole slam on Brown gets a 3 and means that Abyss can get the belt if he wants to. No one seems to be going for the belt yet, but whatever. Styles clash, and on Raven, Abyss breaks up the cover and hits an enziguri and some chair shots. He's laid on a table, and AJ, to his credit, hits a fucking awesome spiral tap to the outside through the table. TNA. The cover pins Abyss. Waltman and Styles climb the belt. climb the ladder. AJ has got the belt. He's actually remembered the rules of the match. But finally, wait. Waltman hits a massive X Factor off the top, pinning Styles. Raven then staples Waltman's head. Waltman responds with staples to the balls of both Raven and Abyss. Waltman and AJ climb again. This time, Abyss knocks them off. Styles goes through a table. TNA. Abyss climbs, but Brown punches him off the table, and then an even flow by Raven on Brown means that he's left there all on his own. Gets the belt, climbs to the top, and Raven is your new NWA World Champion at 14-21. Certainly an interesting match, so we say. Weird rules. Don't like them at all. Find it very hard to keep up with. In my opinion, this match would have been much better if there was 4 people in instead of 5. I cannot fathom at all why you would have the chase of AJ Styles to get the belt at Hard Justice to then hotshot a title change a whole month later. I think he held the belt for 35 days. If I'm wrong, please let me know down below. Okay match, nothing special for me. So, what do we think of this one? As a celebration of TNA, you know, the top 5 moments, only 2 of which were any good, because 3 of them were just debuts, and you're like, oh, right, and so 2 of them, sorry, Jeff Hardy's and Raven's debuts, what would you fucking do? But yeah, in ring, I felt this was a better pay-per-view than Hard Justice. I gave Hard Justice 5 out of 10. It's still a very average pay-per-view for me. To me, in my opinion, I think this is a 6 out of 10 pay-per-view. What did you think though, ladies and gentlemen? I would love to know. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this pay-per-view. Do, of course, please don't forget to hit subscribe. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, like my little page on Facebook. I really genuinely hope you've enjoyed this vid. I'm sorry, it's just 10 years ago vids coming from me at the moment. It's all I've got time for, and this vid's taken the best part of 3 weeks to make. I genuinely am sorry about this. I will try and be better in future if I can. It's just finding the time, all right? Yeah, I've been Marc P. Really hope you've enjoyed this. Like I say, subscribe and all that jazz. Leave me a lovely comment down below. Really hope you enjoy this. Take it easy, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.